31st of December 2018, last day of the year. Today I would like to wish everyone a very, very happy new year, and if my videos resonate with you, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I really want to send a really huge heartfelt thanks to all of you who have been listening to my videos this whole year. It's been the year that I started the video blog. It has given me so much pleasure to facilitate all these healings that we've been doing on video, and I am just so delighted that more and more people are subscribing and enjoying it. I am really not so tech savvy, so I don't really know how to get, I don't know how they do it, but there's a lot of people that get a lot of likes and stuff on it. I'm just doing it very simply the way social media uneducated person would do it. Hopefully I'll get some training along the way. But today I thought, let us clear out in EFT the lowest of the lowest of the lowest vibrations that you can find on the chart of the map of consciousness. So today we're going to be clearing out guilt, shame, and blame. These are the lowest frequencies, and when you get stuck in these frequencies, it's really hard to move out of it, you know. So I'm going to show you the chart so you can see how low it is, and our goal is to come up to at least courage and then move higher. So if you look at this chart, this is the map of consciousness from Dr. David Hawkins, and if you can see right at the bottom here, okay, we have shame, which is a level of 20. The God view for shame is despising. The life view is miserable. The level is shame. The log is 20. And the emotion is humiliation, and process is elimination. And we go up once and we have guilt, okay? In guilt, the God view is vindictive. The life view is evil. The level is guilt. The log is 30. The emotion is blame, and the process is destruction. So we really, really would love to get out of these low frequencies. Let me just, hold on. Let me just pull up another chart for us to look at, which is a little bit more colorful. And you see the same chart here in a conical shape, where you can see that in the lower frequencies of shame, you're at the bottom of the cone. You're in suffering, and your being is very contracted right over here, okay? And as you get higher and higher, you're expanding. So our goal is that we want to get to maybe courage, which is the turnover between the negative range and the positive range, okay? So I want to move from shame up to courage, and then hopefully move even higher from courage all the way up to love over here in the 500 range, okay? So that is usually my goal working with my patients, is to help to bring them first to courage from the negative range and then help bring them to love. So I work a lot with helping people assess where they are and helping them move up into the higher range, okay? So today we're doing shame, guilt, and blame. Okay, we're going to clear them out. So starting here at the throat, you go down 3 inches, 1, 2, 3, to the left 3 inches, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to use the karate chop spot to do the setup phrase. I'll just use the sore spot. So in this area where you went down 3 and went to the left 3, look for a spot that feels sore. Once you found your sore spot, and even if you don't, you're close enough, that's fine. Even though I have this, see, I don't have it, so I have to think about it. Even though I have this shame, guilt, and blame, even though I have this shame, guilt, or blame, and blame, I deeply and completely love and accept this part of me that has this shame, guilt, and blame. Even though I have this shame, guilt, and blame, I deeply and completely love and accept this part of me that has this shame, guilt, and blame. Even though it feels so heavy and I have this shame, this guilt, this blame, and it feels so, so, so heavy. I deeply and completely love and accept this part of me that has this shame, guilt, and blame. This shame, guilt, and blame. See, whether you're blaming yourself and you have guilt or you're blaming another, it's really the same frequency. It doesn't matter which one it is, you want to clear it out. This shame, guilt, and blame. 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 We'll do about 3 rounds because I don't have anything to clear in this region right now, in this area of emotions. So I'll just do a certain number of rounds, and then if you need more rounds, then just go ahead and rewind and just tap a few more times. This awful, awful shame, guilt, and blame. I feel so guilty. So guilty. Or so blaming, if you think it's the other guy's fault. I feel so blaming. Oh, I want to blame the other guy. It's all his fault. It's all her fault. It's all his fault. Or it's all my fault. Whichever one it is, whether you're guilting yourself or you're blaming another. It's all his fault, her fault, it's all my fault. Putting the adjective, putting the pronoun that works. It's all my fault. It's all his fault. It's all her fault. Just use the one that's right for you. Just personalize it, customize it. It's all their fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I'm so already ashamed. I can't show my face. I can't even talk about it. I'm so ashamed. I can't even show my face. I can't even talk about it. I'm so ashamed. I can't even show my face. I can't even talk about it. I'm so ashamed. I can't show my face. I can't talk about it. I want to pretend it never happened. I want to hide. I want to hide, 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 hide. I want to hide, 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 hide. I want to hide. I don't want it to be known. I want to wear a mask. I don't want myself like this to be seen by anyone. So much shame, guilt, and blame. 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 We'll do one more round, okay? We want to really clear it out completely. So much shame, guilt, and blame. 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 Okay, so let's look at the chart of consciousness again, and let's see where you are resonating now. So looking at the chart, are you feeling that you're a little bit higher now? Have you moved up from shame and guilt? Which frequency are you at? Apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage. Ideally, we want to move into courage. So if you're not yet into courage, then you can do some EFT on any of the emotions between shame and guilt and courage. You could tap on grief, you could tap on fear, you could tap on desire, anger, pride, until you get to courage. So we can do another round of tapping. Even though I'm not yet at courage, I'm not at shame and guilt, I'm not at blame, but I'm not at courage yet. I haven't moved up that high. I may be stuck in apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. Even though I'm stuck in either apathy, just say whatever you feel stuck in, okay? Just say whatever is personalized for you, okay? So even though I'm stuck in apathy or grief or fear or desire or anger or pride, and I'm not yet at courage, I deeply and completely love and accept this part of me that is stuck in apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, or pride. Even though I'm not at courage, I deeply and completely love and accept this part of me that is stuck in either apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, or pride. Even though I'm not yet at courage, I deeply and completely love and accept this part of myself that's stuck in apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, or pride. And I choose to move into courage. Not yet at courage. Not yet in the positive. I'm not yet in the positive range. Still stuck below. Courage. In grief, in apathy, grief, or fear, or desire, or anger, or pride. I'm so very stuck. I'm so very stuck. I'm stuck. I am stuck in these lower frequencies. I don't want to be here. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. I want to feel better. I want to feel better. I choose to raise my vibration. I want to feel better. I deserve better for myself. 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 Okay, so let's look at the chart again. So where do you find yourself now? Are you still stuck in shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, or have you moved into courage? If you've moved into courage, or even if you moved up from